Hi, I'm Nancy with Factory Direct Crafts, and today we're going to be making a souvenir ornament to hang on your tree or just to hang somewhere or other. I think you'll really like it though. If you've been on a trip and you want to remember that and see that every year when you get your Christmas stuff up, I think that'll be really nice. So what you're going to need today, you're going to need a map of the place you've been to. You're going to need one of these hearts, and it's 5.5 inches wide by 3.5 inches tall, and they have them right on Factory Direct. And it has this little wire thing. This one's still in the pack. And you can, that's what you're going to be able to hang it with. You're going to need some wire cutter thingies, some Mod Podge, a paintbrush, a cutting board, some scissors, some sandpaper, and I used a cutting knife too for trimming my edges. And let's get started. All right, the first thing I want you to do is to take this wire off of this. And that's what you needed these wire things for. I want you just to unravel it like that so that you can take it off, because when you do the Mod Podge, you don't want that on there, do you? Okay, see? And it'll pull right through. Just like that, okay? There we go. But undo the whole thing. And I've got one here all ready to go. And I want you to sand right where those little holes are there. And around the edges just a little bit, because you want this to come out really nice, and you don't want any little hunks underneath your map that you're going to put on there, okay? And that's real smooth now. And the next step will be picking your map, what you want. So what I did was I picked the place that I wanted, and I took a piece of paper that you could kind of see through, and I went like that, traced around it, and cut that out. So now I can lay this over my map, the exact shape I'm going to have, and I can see exactly what I'm going to get when I trace it and cut it out, okay? And that's what I want you to do, and you'll get exactly what you want then. So you just put that over top, and you just go trace around it and cut it out, and that's what I've already done here, okay? Got mine all done. And now the next step is gluing that on, okay? That's how it's going to be. So here's my paintbrush. I'm just going to put some of this Mod Podge on. And you don't want to do it too thick. You just want a nice layer. And you want it smooth so it doesn't have hunks underneath it or anything. Make sure there isn't any little sawdust or anything that could cause you trouble. And get all the hunks off it. Whoops. It's nice and smooth. Okay? And I'm going to very carefully place this on here. And there we go. Like it fits pretty good. Now, why I told you might want to have your cutting mat and knife is because if it's over the edge at all, if you've got one of those, it's really easy to trim. I'll show you. On my other one I have already glued here. You can just take your little knife thing, and if there's any little extra, just take it and slide it right around, and you can get those little extra pieces off so that it's totally smooth all around your edges and everything. Won't come loose or anything. Okay? Now this one's all glued on, so this is the one I just glued on, but you gotta let that dry. So I'm gonna go back to one that I put on earlier today, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my next coat on that. Okay? And this you just want a thin coat too, and you want all your brush strokes going the same direction. There we go. Now I'm going to let that dry. And when this gets all dry, then I'll decide if I need another coat. But there you go. That's what it's going to be like. And then when this is dry and firm and everything, then I'm going to put this wire back on. Here's this one. So all I got to do is push this through, and I would very carefully, I think what I'll do is take this end of this wire and poke it through that front. You can kind of see where it goes, and poke it so there's that little hole there. There, I got a little bubble there. I don't want that. There. And then I can come back from the back and poke this through again and just twist it around with the wire, little plier thingies, just like it was before. And this, the way it's coiled, you can make this however big you need to hang wherever you want. And it is going to be a really nice thing to remember your trip by. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. Thank you very much.